when it comes to the issue of inappropriate behavior with children, we're not going to use the P word because we don't want to get flagged, but this is an expose that was done 5 years ago.
48 years old and wanted on charges of sexually assaulting a 9-year-old girl in Oregon back in 2000 and a 5-year-old girl in Israel in 2001. Shauna Aronson got a tip that Caro's expected at this clinic near Tel Aviv.
Who's going to call the
She's
police
with JCW, Jewish Community Watch, an organization that hunts down accused pedophiles who flee to Israel from the U.S.
They got a lot to work with.
Exploiting a process called Law of Return, whereby any Jewish person can move to Israel and automatically gain citizenship.
It's
no matter what is in their background, they can use this golden ticket to get out and go over there.
Yep.
And you think this doesn't create anti-Jewish hatred? Of course it does. That's the point.
The ease with which pedophiles seem able to use this law as an escape route haunts victims like Mendy Hawk, who says he was abused from age 8 by a teacher at an Orthodox Jewish school in Los Angeles.
So your classroom is right here. How does it feel being back?
I was very anxious and, stressed coming back here. A lot of memories coming through my mind.
Memories of his alleged abuser, Mordechai Yom Tov, who taught him Hebrew studies when he was just 8 years old.
So in the beginning, he would just rub me outside of my pants, and then I would say about 3 to 4 months later, he started going in.
Reaching down your pants?
Yeah, it's reaching down.
Why did you feel like you couldn't tell anyone?
I was scared. I was ashamed. I just didn't know what people would think of me, of the whole situation.
Yom Tov pled guilty in 2002 to sexually abusing and committing lewd acts against 3 other boys.
I want everyone to see this.
Gross.
Little bit of first cousin action there, Jen.
So disgusting. This is so gross. They're so desperate to have their Jewish majority population that they're willing to take anybody.
Imagine,
they don't care.
Think about how hard this country came down on the Catholic Church for this.
Well, that took quite a while. And even since then, let's be real, still a problem.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
A problem.
But
so,
if the fervor was drawn to this, the way that it was on the Catholic Church, I can imagine what an impact it would actually have. That I think is fair to say.
The only difference is the Catholic Church relocated people all over the world, and these people were all relocated to one place.
Fair.
Abusing and committing lewd acts against 3 other boys. He served jail time, but when he was released, he violated his probation and, according to JCW, fled to Israel with help from individuals within the Orthodox Jewish community. JCW tracked Yom Tov down and confronted him with a hidden camera in Jerusalem, where he admitted to illegally fleeing the United States with help and using a fake passport to enter Israel.
I was supposed to stay for 5 years in the same city. I was supposed to, I was supposed to go every 2 weeks to the police station. On parole. I left within a week later.
He had this message for his victims.
I'm very, 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 very sorry.
The other person in this video is Mayor Seawald, the founder of Jewish Community Watch. He tells CBS News Yom Tov's case isn't uncommon in the Orthodox community.
The same thing that's going on in the Catholic Church right now around the world, the exact same thing happens in our community. The rabbis say it's, you know what, he promised he's going to go for therapy, he's never going to do it again. Boom, he's in another community. A few years later, he's at the same thing, and we hear more allegations that the person continued to abuse children.
That's why they don't last when they go to federal prison.
But can I also point out that this is a Jewish man calling it out as well? Okay,
yes.
Yes. Okay, it's not. It's a known thing. Doesn't mean that that Jews are for it.
And often those abusers end up in Israel. Rabbi Yehuda Oppenheimer says he unwittingly helped Caro escape.
There was nothing that raised any red flags up to the point where he was moving to Israel.
Well, I wish I could say that, but unfortunately I can't say that. So he had violated his parole, and now they were looking for him. He said that there was something in the past that had happened when he was young, but And nothing had ever happened since. I've changed and I'm a different person now, but you gotta help me. I felt that I could trust him. So I wrote him a letter, and he bought a ticket, and he left.
Caro is accused of abusing more children when he got to Israel.
What was that like for you when you found that out?
It was a punch to the gut. It was very painful.
Rabbi Oppenheimer says the reason he came forward is to shine a light on the process of accused pedophiles fleeing, to help ensure it doesn't happen again.
Okay. So that sounds like a good faith actor.
I agree. But it's still a major problem.
Oh,
and it's a major problem
yeah.
then. So when you hear the story about Alexandrovich that just happened in Vegas, and how the state attorney, who's an Israeli national, amazing. An Israeli national is the state attorney of Nevada. An actual consequential state, mind you. It's a swing state in our presidential politics. And so she was in charge and lets this guy go. Why? Because of this policy that this genocidal state has. So when we say that Israel is harboring pedophiles, they are. Thankfully, there are people that are speaking out against this, but what makes this story so important is that this video is from over 5 years ago. So this isn't something that, all of a sudden it's happening.
No. This has been going on. Brett Ratner was, look, he and
Bryan Singer.
Okay, but Brett Ratner and I are like 1 degree separated.
I know. You guys both you were from Miami Beach.
I mean, yeah. So, he's my age.
Yes.
So it's just, this has been going on forever.
Back at the stakeout, an ambulance pulls up and a man steps out. It's Caro.
That was definitely him. Oh my God. Okay.
The police are called and eventually arrive. His days on the run are over as he's led away.
Did you assault the girl in the United States?
No.
Did you flee Israel because you assaulted the girl in the United States? Have you ever assaulted any girls in Israel? Do you know that you're wanted by Interpol?
Yeah.
There's relief as police escort him to their car. This marks the end to a months-long manhunt.
Good. Now, unfortunately, the sad truth is that that's just one of many. This isn't just some person that is kind of an outlier. It's actually, you would consider it a crisis, wouldn't you?
I would consider it a crisis, but I don't know where it ranks next to the fact that 82% of that country supports genocide, right? So you're dealing with an entire toxic, psychotic populace. So I actually, these people are kind of a drop in the bucket. I mean, yeah, it sucks for kids that are there to have, be surrounded by pederasses. But at the end of the day, they're surrounded by genociders. So, the whole country is psychotic. So I actually think that's probably the best place for them to go.
Well, if they know what's good for them, they probably would stay there, and maybe we would never have to hear from them again. But I will tell you,
they blend. Think about it this way. That's where they blend.
But that's it. That's, the thing that's also interesting about the whole MAGA movement is that so many of them are crusaders for children. There is a substantial portion of people that are pro-life that really are pro-life. Like
Sometimes I think people like that are secretly pedos, but anyhow.
Maybe, but I also think that there's a lot of people that genuinely care about children. And when they hear these stories, it really makes them sick and they really want to be rid of it. And I do think that while a lot of it can also lead into the whole anti-Jewish hatred, it is important to note that there are members of the Jewish community that did their part to make sure that these sick bastards were taken down. Now, I have no doubt that over the past several, 2 years, I was going to say several months, but it's probably going all the way back to the start, that this has become a much bigger problem. especially
Hold
for
on, let me just answer this very quickly because I don't want Mohammed to think this. No, I do not think pro-lifers are pedos. I was talking about people that are being a lot of the people that are the most outspoken and the people that make it a point to be front and center on issues. It's often it's often the opposite. No, I don't think that regular pro-life people are pedos.